Good evening. Feeling strange this evening to be in this human form. What is it that you all need to know tonight? You've had good advice this week about the structures and the restructuring. Take heed in that advice from your friend Peter. He does know what he's talking about. I am not Azoth, as you might already have been able to tell. Someone is thinking that I seem more melancholy. You would be correct. Azoth sometimes, for lack of a better word, can come off as foolish, but I do realize his appeal because he is fun and what you call silly. I am realizing now that the differences between himself and I are similar to that of which the messages that came through from Peter, the balance between the light and the dark. Not that I consider myself dark. I'm just different, more serious, not as playful. And we create a good balance together. For if everything was silly and playful all the time, there would be no structure. Enough about that. This is supposed to be for a loose. Hello, young one. Are you remembering who you are yet? There is things that I shouldn't say out loud, but Jenny is picking up on them because we are blended. And I think it would be okay if she shared that information with you. I will try not to let her know any extra. What you need to know, Luce, is that as you find out more about who you are, let it empower you. Yes, experiences in this life that you chose where you felt powerless. Things are unraveling, things are coming to light. So please let them be empowering. We love you very much. We will start to pull away now as she has gone out a bit farther than we anticipated. Leave you with light and love. This was even a different one. So how many different Pleiadians does this make? 4, that's right, Luce. Because we have Azoth, who's like our normal guy. Then there was a female one. And then there was the genderless one. Yes, when you were deciding to change your name. And now we have this one. Are we allowed to actually ask questions to this alien? I feel like a peasant asking about taxes to a lord. Gilded Imp, you can send out your thoughts. You can send out your thoughts because sometimes, especially Azoth, will scan you guys and see what you're thinking about. And he specifically has said things that people were thinking and they hadn't even said out loud or typed. This one was scanning me because they would respond to what I was saying. Oh my goodness, Luce, wow. Let's talk about this Pleiadian here. When it felt male to me, first of all. When it came in, it definitely was not Azoth. I could tell like immediately because it just felt different. And I was like thinking, well, maybe it is. And maybe he's like in a bad mood today, you know? But then he was like, no, I'm not, you know, I'm not Azoth. His energy seemed very similar to me. The same way that Peter felt when Peter started coming in originally. That kind of grumpy, melancholy, you know, over it. Like, why don't people get their shit together kind of attitude, you know? And it was funny that he was talking about what Peter said, because I kept thinking, like, they seem so similar. And then when he switched over to connecting to you specifically, I was like, it was crazy, because this one knows you. Like, he had love and compassion for you because he has known you before, and he misses you. That was one of the reasons why he was a grumpy asshole, because he misses you. At some point in time, you were together. Now, I don't know what that means. I don't know if at some point you were a Pleiadian. Like, I don't know if you've tapped into that, or if you feel like that's a thing, like that's why they keep coming for you. Or if, like, he decided to come here and be human at some point, and like you guys were together in human lives. Like, I don't know. But he knows you. He knows you, and he wants you to remember who you are. Not just in this life. Like, he wasn't just referring to now. He wants you to remember who you are before. Because if you can remember who you were before, you would never feel powerless again. When he said, I love you, that was felt. Yes, absolutely, Gilded. I felt it, like, all through me. And he started smiling too. Like, he was grumpy and grouchy when he was talking to everybody, but as soon as he started talking to Luce, he started smiling. And that's when I really felt him for the first time, like his physicalness, because they're like bigger than us, you know? And I could, like, he straightened up and I could feel like just how big he was. And I felt like I could see him more, you know? Yeah, so maybe do some meditations in your past lives. I am going to write a little note here. Empowerment through past lives. Okay. So did he actually give her the message he didn't want to say, or did he hold on to that for you to tell her? He did not say it. He did not say it. No, I just shared it. What he felt about her was the thing he didn't want to say, because it goes against free will for her to know too much about. But because I could feel his emotions, because we're blended together, I knew that the reason why he was feeling like that is because they knew each other.